Now, I think the Margaret River region is probably one of the best places to have a weekend getaway, but more on that later as we have to pack. So how far is it from the city to Margaret River?
So it's about 3 hours.
Yeah? Okay, so how far are we now? So we've just driven a little bit now.
We've just stopped about halfway along the way, so we've got about an hour and a half to go still.
Alright, so we've made it to our first stop, which is at the Pullman in Bunbury Bay. Now this place is actually quite nice. It's got quite a few things that a couples can do. They've got a spa and they've got a restaurant in here as well, and they've also got a beach that is tied right to the actual place itself. So it's actually a really nice place to stay if you're down this way. Alright, so we've just checked into the Pullman now and we've just dropped off all our bags. So it's starting to look a little bit darker now, so I think we might try and find a beach for sunset. Now, why I think the Margaret River region is perfect for a weekend getaway is because no matter what you're into, there's something to do.
So we just came up to Sugarloaf Rock and it is absolutely beautiful up here. We saw the best sunset. How nice was it?
No, it was really good.
It would
really
actually,
good.
yeah, it'd be such a nice spot if you wanted to come up here and have a picnic or something. We didn't bring anything up with us. We were a little disorganised, but it was beautiful and we got some great photos. So,
yeah,
so nice.
Morning, we've woken up bright and early because we've got a boat to catch.
So we've just come down to Augusta and we're about to jump on a boat to go check out some whales. Hopefully we'll get to see some today. So we've just finished up on our boat today. It was really good. We're out in the water for about 2.5 hours and we actually got to see probably about half a dozen humpback whales. So that was super exciting. Neither me or Matt have ever done a whale watching boat before and it was really good. We were so happy that we got to actually see quite a few of them. We used all sea charters today and they were fantastic. So definitely recommend that if you come down here. We had a little chat with the crew afterwards as well, and they recommended coming back in September because that's when apparently it's really good season down here. So just something to bear in mind if you want to come down here for it. We're going to see what happens, and hopefully we can make it work to come back and check that out. I tell you what, they're quick though. When you're trying to catch photos and film of the whales, they're like in and out of the water so quickly. So just got to do what you can. But it was really cool. They kind of leave what I call like footprints on the ocean. You could sort of see where they'd been because the water stays like really glassy and smooth in these small sections after they've actually come up above the water. So that was, I didn't expect that, and that was just one of those quirky, cool things to see.
Alright, so we just grabbed a bite to eat, and now we're just going to try and do Lake Cave. Yeah, did you enjoy Lake Cave?
It was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. The 650 steps down and 650 back up, which we've just finished. But once
I'm feeling it now.
Yeah, once you get down there though, it's the most like surreal feeling. It was just so relaxing and calming. It's just really like you just sort of get in there and just enjoy it. It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, I'd definitely do it again. Morning. I think today we're going to try and explore the Margaret River town itself and anything that's around there that's probably quite interesting. But first, I gotta finish this coffee though.
So we've just stopped in the little town centre of Margaret River. We actually did pass through here yesterday, but we didn't get a chance to stop because there was a lot we wanted to see and do yesterday. Like we had the boat ride and the lake cave as well to go and see, so we sort of missed it. So yeah, it's nice just to come down here now while we've got a little bit of time and check it out. There's lots of little beautiful specialty shops down here and some good places to eat and drink and whatnot. So we stopped in at one of my little favourite spots, Last Virgin, and I got some of my favourite lip balms in there, so that's really nice. And chatted with the lady. They do a kind of like soap making classes and perfume making classes and things like that down there as well, which is really fun. So yeah. Worth stopping in this little area. It's quite cute.
Yeah. I think we're going to go to our next stop.
Yeah. We'll show you when we get there. So we're about to hit the road again, but we thought we'd make a quick stop and pick up some of our favourite Margaret River beverages, sodas. Yeah. These are really good and they're hard to find up in Perth, so definitely give them a try if you're down here.
Yeah, cheers.
Okay, we are now in Cowaramup, at least I think that's how you say it, although we just call it Cowtown because it's easier, and I think that's what everyone in WA knows this place as. It's about 15 minutes drive north of Margaret River along the way, and there's some really cute little shops around here, and the town is full of cows. Everywhere you walk you will see cow statues everywhere, hence the name Cowtown also kind of goes with the name as well. But I actually remember coming here as a teenager with my family, and there was just painted cows everywhere, all kinds of bright colours. And I was telling Matt about it before, and then we actually passed a sign that told us about it. It was the Margaret River Cow Parade, and there was, I think it was 100 cows that were fiberglass and painted by local artists. They were on display to get tourists down to this area, which kind of put Cowaramup on the map a little bit as well. and then at the end of that they were all auctioned off and the money was given to charity. So I was feeling really lucky this morning.
Why was that, huh?
Well, a few things. Okay, so yesterday, remember, we were at the caves at Lake Cave, and the lady that took us down on our tour into the cave there, because it's guided, she told us that if a drop of water from the stalactites falls on your head, that you're really lucky, because she explained to us that it takes 10 months for the water from reaching the surface above the cave to make its way through down to the bottom of the stalactites to then drop on you. So she was like, you're really lucky if that happens. Well, I had 2 drops of water from the stalactites drop on me yesterday, so I must be extra lucky. And then 2 things today. So this morning we were supposed to actually check out and head back to Perth today, but we wanted to stay an extra night. So we're like, we'll just go chat to reception at the hotel and see what the deal is. Anyways, they gave us an offer that was just like way too good to refuse to stay on an extra night. So here we are doing this. And I've been looking for like the perfect yellow beanie for such a long time. And when we were in Margaret River just before, we walked past this little shop and they sold all kinds of little homemade things and bits and pieces. And in the window, I saw this really nice yellow beanie. And when I went in, I asked the guy about it, and he was like, it's actually the last one we have, and I love it, so I brought it with me. So
That looks good, yeah.
it's my lucky day. Oh, well, it's been a really nice trip. We're heading back up to Perth today, though, and back to work tomorrow. Definitely recommend, if you can, staying about at least 2 or 3 nights in the Margaret River region if you can, because it is beautiful down here and there's so much to see. Have you had what's been your highlights this trip?
Well, I think the whale watching was definitely a good one. Yeah, that was really nice. Very hard to capture though, because they do, they do just pop out of the water really quickly, and they're as gone as quick as they come out. So yeah, but absolutely majestic creatures. But yeah, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I really liked the whale watching as well, but I think for me, I really loved going to Lake Cave. That was beautiful. Just, I don't know, it was just so peaceful down there, and everything to look at was so beautiful as well. So
yeah, no, that was great.
We are hoping to come back down here in a couple of weeks, because the people at the whale watching told us that September is the season for it here, which is very contrary to everything you read online. Everything online says May to August, and we came down in August. So just bear that in mind. Every local we have spoken to here says, come back in September, come back in September. So if you're planning to come here for whale watching, September apparently is where it's at.
Yeah.
So we're hoping we can squeeze that in. But you may have noticed that if you've been watching us for a little while, that our vlogs are a little bit inconsistent. Sometimes we're vlogging weekly and sometimes it's a couple of weeks in between. We do both work full time as well, so we just try to fit in trips whenever we can and fit as many things into those trips as we can to have as much impact. So we just do what we can when we can, and we really hope you guys have been enjoying watching that. Let us know what you do like to see, or if there is anything you want to see or anywhere you want us to explore and show you or give pointers to, do let us know. We do have some really cool stuff planned for later this year. Yeah, we're very excited about it, and we're not going to tell you what we're doing yet, but all I'll tell you is that we need our passports. So we'll be leaving Australia and doing some different bits and pieces. So we're very excited for that.
Yeah, no, it'll be really good, that one.
Yeah, but in the meantime, we're just doing what we can, sneaky little weekend trips or a couple of days here and there, and trying to explore and see as much as we can.
Alright, so we're on our way back, but we just had to make one stop off, and this one I think is a must, and that is the Bunbury Farmers Market, because we've got quite a bit of shopping to do when we get home, but we thought we may as well get some groceries while we're here, and they've got some really good local produce here. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, then definitely give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more, then hit the subscribe button to follow us on our next adventure.